The flashing red and blue lights bathed the dark road in an eerie glow. Officer Greg Larson gripped the wheel of his patrol car, his lips curling into a smirk as he watched the black sedan roll to a stop. The driver's tinted windows made it impossible to see who was inside, but Larson had already made his assumptions. He adjusted his belt, making sure his hand was close to his holstered gun. Another night, another stop. The man behind the wheel rolled down his window smoothly. His suit was crisp, his demeanor composed. He was in his early 40s, his dark brown skin illuminated by the harsh glow of Larson's flashlight. "License and registration," Larson barked, tapping the roof of the sedan. The man's calm gaze met his. "May I ask why I was stopped, officer?" Larson bristled. He hated when they questioned him. "You were swerving back there. Looked suspicious." The man arched an eyebrow. "Swerving? I was driving under the speed limit." Larson's jaw tightened. "Step out of the car." The man hesitated for a moment, then nodded. He moved slowly, his every action deliberate, controlled. Larson's fingers twitched over his holster as the man straightened to his full height. "Hands on the car," Larson ordered. "I need to check for weapons." The man did as he was told, placing his hands flat against the cool metal of the sedan. Larson patted him down roughly, more forceful than necessary. "Where are you coming from?" "A business meeting." "Where?" "Downtown." "Doing what?" The man exhaled, his patience tested. "I work in law enforcement." Larson scoffed. "Oh yeah? Security guard." The man smiled, but there was something behind it. Something unreadable. Something like that. Larson's gut twisted. He didn't like how calm this guy was. Most people would be nervous, sweating, stammering excuses. This one, he was too assured. "You got any drugs in the car?" Larson pressed. "No. Mind if I check?" The man turned to face him fully, and for the first time Larson felt something shift. He had been in control a moment ago. Now there was an undeniable change in the air. "You could check," the man said, his voice measured. "But that would be a violation of department policy. You'd need probable cause." Larson stiffened. "And how the hell would you know that?" The man's eyes never wavered. "Because, Officer Larson, I am the department." A beat of silence. Larson blinked. "What?" The man reached into his coat, slowly, deliberately, before pulling out a sleek leather badge holder. He flipped it open, and the golden emblem of Internal Affairs gleamed under the flashing patrol lights. Deputy Commissioner Marcus Reed, Head of Internal Affairs. Larson's heart plummeted to his stomach. His breath hitched. "Sir, Reed held up a hand. "Save it." His voice was steel now, the patience from earlier gone. "You profiled me the second you pulled me over. Escalated the situation when I had done nothing wrong. You thought you had power in this moment." Larson's mouth was dry. I was just doing my job." "Were you?" Reed's eyes bore into him. "Or were you abusing your authority?" Silence. Reed pulled out his phone and tapped the screen. "Everything's been recorded. I had a dashcam running the whole time. I wonder what Internal Affairs would say about one of their officers racially profiling their boss." Larson's legs felt weak. "Sir, please, I didn't know." "But you would have treated anyone else like this," Reed said. His voice was calm, but his expression was unreadable, pounding in his ears. Reed took a step closer, lowering his voice. "Consider this your wake-up call, Officer Larson." Larson swallowed hard. "Are you going to report me?" Reed let the question hang in the air, and then, with a faint smirk, he turned, got back into his car, and pulled away, leaving Larson standing there, drenched in sweat. As the taillights faded into the night, Larson knew one thing for certain. His life would never be the same again. Officer Greg Larson stood frozen in place, the weight of what had just happened crushing him. His badge suddenly felt heavier on his chest, his uniform suffocating. Deputy Commissioner Marcus Reed. Internal Affairs. The realization still hadn't fully sunk in. This wasn't just another routine stop gone wrong. He hadn't just harassed an ordinary civilian. He had profiled one of the most powerful men in the department. And worse, there was proof. His pulse thundered in his ears as he reached for his radio. His fingers trembled over the button before he stopped himself. What could he even say? "Hey, dispatch. I just racially profiled my new boss, and he has it all on camera." No, there was no fixing this. Unless Larson's eyes flicked toward the road where Reed's car had disappeared. Maybe he wouldn't report it. Maybe this was just a warning. Or maybe it was just the beginning. Back at the precinct, Larson was barely holding it together. He avoided eye contact with his fellow officers, kept his head down, and forced himself to act normal. But his hands wouldn't stop shaking. Hours passed, but the inevitable moment came. "Larson, Captain wants to see you." The words sent a jolt through his spine. He swallowed hard and pushed through the door into Captain Rollins' office. The captain, a stocky man with years of authority weighing down his shoulders, leaned back in his chair. His gaze was unreadable. "Shut the door." Larson obeyed. His throat was dry as he stood at attention. "You had an interesting stop last night," Rollins said, lacing his fingers together. Larson's stomach twisted. "Sir, save it." The words were eerily familiar, just like Reed had said them. "I got a call from Internal Affairs this morning." From Reed himself. Larson felt his knees lock. Am I being suspended?" Rollins studied him. "No." Larson blinked. "No?" Rollins sighed. Reed didn't file a formal complaint, didn't ask for disciplinary action. But he did make something very clear. Larson waited, afraid to breathe. "You're on his radar now." The words sent ice down Larson's spine. "He didn't report you today," Rollins continued. "But if you step out of line again, if there's even one more complaint about you, he'll bury you." Larson clenched his jaw. "I understand, sir." Rollins exhaled. "I don't think you do. You should be grateful he didn't have your badge this morning." Larson stayed silent. What was there to say? "You need to ask yourself something, Larson," Rollins said, his voice lower now. "Do you really think you can keep working like this? Because next time, there won't be a warning." Larson nodded stiffly. He understood. He was being watched. That night, Larson sat in his patrol car, parked on a quiet street, his hands gripping the steering wheel. His whole career had been a power trip, a game of control. But now, he had lost control. And the worst part was, he didn't even know when it had slipped from his grasp. His phone buzzed. Unknown number. Frowning, he hesitated before answering. "Larson," a familiar voice spoke. "You thought this was over?" Larson's blood ran cold. It was Reed. "You got lucky," Reed continued, his voice smooth, but firm. "I let you walk away this time, but I've seen your record. I know this wasn't the first time." Larson swallowed hard, his mouth dry. "You have two options, Officer Larson," Reed said. "Either you change, or I'll make sure you never wear that badge again." The line went dead. Larson stared at his phone, his pulse hammering in his chest. This wasn't over. Not by a long shot.